and today I'm going to be talking about the methods of the father of modern vlogging, ZeFrank. If you haven't watched him, you should go check him out. Rule number 1 is don't blink. Ever. Every blink is an opportunity to miss something. If you added up the amount of time your eyes were closed over the course of your entire life due to blinking, you'd have missed over a month's worth of information. So take that, pro-blinking lobbyists. Next, you're going to want to make sure you have a very well-trained camera. A lot of vloggers like to move all over the place and get right in your face. Ultimately, they're doing a lot of extra work. I don't see why they do it, but the camera can do it for you. You don't have to zoom to the camera, it can zoom to you. Training your camera isn't easy. You have to get to know it, let it get to know you, but you should see results after a couple of weeks. Profanity's something you'll want to consider. It might seem offensive and lowbrow, but it does serve a purpose in our life. Everyone feels that anger, that frustration. Sometimes you just have to let it out. A lot of ZeFrank videos can get deep and insightful fairly quickly. It's easy to forget that we're just talking to another person. Profanity can bring the viewer back to the present, remind them that you're just another person. It doesn't have to be excessive or offensive. A single word will do the trick. You definitely don't want to forget to throw in a few sound pops. It's really just a way of interrupting yourself with a quick expression, a noise, a smile, a mischievous grin. It's just a quick bump in the road, a minor distraction, something to keep the viewer guessing. Hopefully this is entertaining after all. It's not just me sitting up here droning on. But these are all just technical skills, little tips and tricks to make your vlog look more polished and creative. But just because he has a well-trained camera isn't why we watch today. It really boils down to the content. The content is the one big thing. The sound pops and the unblinking eyes are just small cogs and parts of what make the channel so great. But the content is hard to describe. It's like he's pointing out the most obvious things in the most unobvious ways imaginable. It can be anything, but often a truth about the human condition, like how all the little things end up being the big things in life. Like how we let our lives revolve around the big things, graduations, weddings, babies, promotions, and the like, when most of our life is spent doing the little things in between. Mowing the lawn, driving to work, thinking about him or her, paying for food at the cash register, updating your Facebook status. Maybe you're dissecting that look the guy just gave you in the hall, or worrying about Jessica spreading more rumors about you in the lunchroom. And we make the little things into the big things. Maybe when you're mowing the lawn, you think to yourself how great you are at it, and if there were lawn mowing championships, you would be there. You would win. Maybe there are lawn mowing championships and you're just not discovered, and maybe someone's gonna drive by your house and think to themselves, wow, that's the best mowed lawn I've ever seen. Maybe you're in a constant war with a speed bump in your neighborhood. You know, there's one perfect way to drive over it, one way where you don't feel the speed bump at all, and when you do it just right, you feel great about yourself. But when you do feel it, it's like losing a tiny little battle. And even though it was kind of insignificant, you feel horrible about yourself. Maybe that guy was smiling at you in the hall, and maybe he wasn't. Maybe you just caught his eyes at just the right time, but either way, it made your day. You spent the rest of the night talking about it on the phone. We make the little things into the big things so we don't feel boring. Maybe so we don't feel so insignificant. Maybe just so people will empathize with us. I got a $10 parking ticket once. Not a huge deal, but I watched the guy watch me pay at the wrong place and then proceed to give me a ticket when he so could have easily corrected me from the start. You can bet I gave that shithead a $500 reaction. But of course you are significant and you are important, and in that way the little things become the big things. And the big things will come and go. But in the middle, you can take comfort in knowing that tomorrow is another big day. So what are the little things in your life, Ben? Let me know down in the towel section below. And I'll see you in another life, brother. And now the avid adventurer will demonstrate how font and typeface can express your words almost as good as your face.
Ninjas can swim, you just can't see them because they're ninjas.
No, I think those are dolphins.
Yeah, ninja dolphins.
There's no such thing as ninja dolphins.